Okay, everybody, we're back here. We're gonna do some work on the 79. You know, I'm kind of at the phase where I want to get the car prepped for doing the wire harness. I have the wire harness. I've already gone through the box, but what I'm going to do, for you people out there on the, in YouTube land, I will kind of go through the box again. It's the Speedmaster 22 circuit wire harness. And I'm going to be looking for some advice as well, just right off the top. I'm not sure. I'll look in some forums and go to some websites that are for Fords to have a specific question. I'll get to that when we do, though. But right now, I'm going to start pulling things out of the 79 to get ready to put wire harness in. And I think the easiest way to do that is to take everything out of the inside of that car. That way we can clean it up, get it ready, get it as nice on the inside as we possibly can. If you've seen some of my other videos, you'll see that the headliner needs replaced. The carpet is in okay shape, but here's what I know about carpets. Carpets are the #1 air filter in your house, and they're the #1 air filter in your car. What your carpet in your house smells like is what your house smells like. What the carpet in the car smells like is what your car smells like. Along with, there are other soft pliable materials in there. The foam in the seats, that's another issue that can be odorous and cause you grief. But if you get a new carpet in there, that's a third of the battle, if not a little more. So we're going to pull the seats, the front seats and the rear seats. We're going to pull the carpet. We're going to pull the console. We've got to take off the shifter knob. It's luckily the same shifter as the one in the 67 here, right behind me. So I've done that a time or 10. Getting that one off, getting the handle off so we can get the console out of there is not going to be difficult. However, getting the console, might be difficult because never done it before. And there's zero information out there on how to. So we will go to the car here shortly and we will take a look what is all needed to get the front seats out, the rear seats out. Those are usually pretty easy. And then the center console and the safety belts, those have got to come out. Side panels, kick panels, the dash pad, the dashboard, it's got to come off. That's something I don't know. Is the bevel part of the cluster, or is it a faceplate for the cluster? I don't know. We'll find out when we get in there. So it's going to take us a little bit to take this thing apart. Some of the stuff easy, some of the stuff we're going to have to take us, kind of take a back seat and go look. Oh, okay, we got to take some time. We don't want to mess anything up. This car's in pretty good shape. And as we take things out, we'll clean things up and we'll inspect them and see what needs replaced or if it just needs cleaned and freshened somehow. The seats look in good condition, but I don't know what kind of, the soft foam in there might be, too full of odor to just go ahead and leave in there. We may end up wanting to replace that. If you guys out there have ideas for keeping the current foam and masking some of the tape, or some of the odors, if you can trap it in there with, hey, take everything off and seal it with this spray. I've never heard of it, but you never know. There might be something like that. They make new stuff every day. So we're gonna take a look, get everything out, and once the car is bare on the inside, then we can follow and pull wires and reinsert wires. It is an AC unit, and the wiring harness has that. We'll go over that wiring harness in the next video. But anyway, so much ado, I'm going to go ahead and pause, and we'll go out to the 79. And remember, that's the nickname, the 79. It's kind of one word, the 79. Not the 1979 Ford LTD2. Nah, it's too long a name. Too long a name. That sounds like a racehorse or something. And it ain't that. Okay, here we are at the 79. Gonna take a look at the front seats, how they come out. Oh, and also I as I was looking earlier, here is the ignition switch that came out before. You can, yeah, this was what I was telling you. This busted off. You know, when I used that big screwdriver, you know, right here, you can see that did not do well at all. You know, so, but it did come out. You know, that's what we were looking for. You know, so successful execution, right? Because he is dead. Successful. Anyway, okay, we've got, let's see, got a bolt there, and let's see. Let's see forward. Ah, one there and one there. And then there's the seat belts, and here's this one. This all facade's got to come off. And then these seal plates here. The kick panel's got to come off. And then there's the dash. Oh, I didn't see that crack before. So we're gonna have to be careful with that. And there's one over here. Yeah, so this is probably a little brittle. We're gonna have to be pretty darn careful when we're taking stuff out. And I think, you know, I'm gonna go get the ratchet and start taking stuff out. I'll probably start on the passenger side, and we'll move from there. See, there's the headliner. New one of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rib. Those are like $198 on Rock Auto. And let's see what we can see. All that all now there. That's mouse debris that fell there. You know, the snow you saw was mouse debris. And then the rear seats, those are easy to take off. You know, but anyway, we'll get started. I'm gonna go get to look to be 9/16, I think it is. It's either half or 9/16, but I don't think it's half. So okay, I'm gonna get busy on taking these seats out, and when I'm done with the front seats, I will bring you back, and we'll work on the back seat then. I'll show you the back seat once I get the front seats out. Okay.